Hey everybody. Um, Today we're going to do a gaming review, and today will be on Need for Speed Shift for the Xbox 3 or for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Now this is the PlayStation 3 version, and it is rated E for everyone, or if you live in Japan, the Big A by Seto. Um, this game is interesting. Interesting because it gives you a series of objectives to do within each race, as well as finish in the top three. You can usually win you can win no fewer than 3 stars and no more than 6. The 3 star, the minimum 3 stars is for the podium, and the others for bonuses like point thresholds or uh, doing a drift or completing a lap without crashing or whatever. There are 5 tiers. The first 4 are just generically numbered: Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4. The fifth tier is the Need for Speed Live series. Now to get there, you obviously have to complete the others. In order to be able to advance, you have to collect the stars, which are done by doing different objectives. The higher up you go, the better the car you're going to most definitely need. That's a fact. Because there's going to be cars that are just souped all to hell. The game also grades you as far as your racing style. I do have a question because I'm trying to figure this out. Drafting is considered an aggressive um, how do you say it? Oh, yeah. Drafting is a aggressive style move. Yeah, it's just cleanly you're just passing by you without doing that. It's a clean overtake. Now, along the way, you can earn badges for doing different things. Dirty overtakes, which means you hit somebody and then pass them. Clean overtakes, you just go past them. Drafting, uh, beating rivals, rocket launch, getting all the stars on a specific section, and of course online wins. There's also badges for completing a course without going off the track, mastering all the corners of a track, which is not easy to do. Trust me, I have yet to master all of them on one. Yeah, because they have a very funny way about grading it. I couldn't really explain it, but basically they grade you on your racing line, the speed you're going at. Oh, yeah, and you can't go off the track. Oh, here's another thing. You can be disqualified if you do certain violations, such as cutting on the track, basically trying to skip parts of the track to get ahead, which actually can lead to a really weird glitch, which I'll try and explain in a second. You got that. You also have if you accidentally go the wrong way. Basically, if you're driving the wrong way, the game counts you down and you have a certain amount of time to turn the car around. Well, they don't necessarily disqualify you, they more turn you around than they do anything. Um, there are 4 tiers of cars, and there's also a specific class for drift, which I wasn't aware of actually. It saved me some aggravation on the drift tracks. One way you can also earn invitational events. Invitationals can be anything. Car battles, or they can also depend on your specific racing style. An example would be if you're a precision driver, you can do hot laps. I'll explain that in a second. Or if they consider you aggressive, they can send you to lap or time eliminators. Now, a hot lap is very simple. You get 4 laps to try and beat the top time. Even if you don't, you can still get the podium stars for the best time you've beaten. Lap eliminators, that's simply put, don't be in last place when the leader crosses the finish line. Time eliminators, these are a bit these are a bit tricky because of the amount of time they give you. Most lap eliminators give you 3-0, half a minute, 30 seconds for each interval. If at the end of 30 seconds you're the car who is in last, you're gone. Grab, as Hulk Harrelson would say, grab some bench. Now, what's really funny is in one tier, tier 4, they give you endurance races. Okay? Was it an endurance race or was it another race? Forget. Anyway, here's what happened in one race. This was really weird. I was doing a race, and this was a glitch that appeared apparently. I was doing one race, and I was actually ahead of the second place car. Keep that in mind. This was at the Dakota Tri-Oval. I guess it was supposed to be Daytona, but they don't have the license to use Daytona, so they had to make it up as they went along. So they considered the Dakota Tri-Oval. I'm ahead of the car. My car accidentally goes below the yellow line. Now, in every other tier, I had not gotten penalized for it. What was weird was I was ahead of the car, my opponent, when I crossed the finish line, and I even double-checked the replay. Yet, for some reason, they marked me down second, but still gave me the 3 stars for the podium finish. I don't get it either. I was as confused as anybody. I was sitting there looking at it like, huh? I looked at that, I was like, are you serious? Outside of that glitch, it's actually a fun game. Matter of fact, most of the Need for Speeds are, and you can just consider me a fan of this series. Actually, I am. The only thing I'm slightly annoyed with, well, is that when you get to tier 4, some of these cars are rocket ships. I was in one car, it was for a car battle. Oh, those are fun. 1-on-1, you versus the guy that you versus an opponent, and you race him twice. Now, if anybody remembers Carmen, they did the canyon duels, but they ran differently. A canyon duel, it was you had to try and get past the lead. You had to try and make it to the bottom before your points ran out. Here it's get ahead 5 seconds or make it to the finish line first. It is arguably the most pulse-pounding, heart-wrenching, white-knuckle ride you ever go on. Well, so it's the drift, but that's another story. I have some more thoughts, but we're running out of time. So this is actually going to be part 1, and I'll do part 2 in about 2 seconds.